All right, so we have a question here. We've got log 5x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 2 plus log 5x minus 1. And they want us to find x. So when you see such a type of question, the first thing is you have to put everything to log 5. Yes? Who's raised their hand? Is there a question? Yes, we have to put every term in log base 5. So as we can see here, this 2 isn't in log 5. So we need to make it in log 5. So this is what you're going to do. First thing you're going to say, 2 equals log 5. Then you're going to put x here. We want to find the value of x here so that this 2, we can replace it with this log base 5. So what we're going to do, you're going to take this 5 over here. So you're going to say 5 to the power 2 equals x. 5 squared is 25. So x is going to equal to 25. Therefore, 2 is the same as log 5. Then this x here, you're going to replace it with 25. So that this expression here, we can substitute it with that 2 there. So before I go any further, any questions, colleagues? If you see a number by itself, just take note of what log they want you to put it in. You form a small equation like this one here. All right, you say 2 equals log 5. Then you leave an x in the brackets there because you want to find which number it is in there that you can substitute so that you make this equation true. So are there any questions before we proceed with answering? Okay, so now we write down our expression again. So we say log 5 x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals, so this 2 will replace it with log 525. So say log 525 plus log 5x minus 1. So now, the next thing that we can do, since we've seen here, we've got an addition between two logarithms, so we can apply the product rule. So let me just refer to the document so that we see the product rule. The product rule is here. All right, whenever you see logarithms being added, you can apply the product rule. So in this case, in our question, it's going to become log 5, and you're going to put in brackets 25 multiplied by x minus 1. On this side, we have log 5 x squared minus 3x plus 2. Because the whole thing that we want to get rid of the logarithms so that we remain with an algebraic expression so that we can find the value of x. That's what we're trying to do with these steps that I'm going through. I want to get rid of the logarithms on both sides so that I can leave algebraic expressions so that I can find the value of x. All right. So once we reach this point, we can see we've got log 5 on the left hand side, log 5 on the right hand side. The logarithms can go. So you say get rid of this logarithm, you get rid of this logarithm. So now we remain with algebraic expressions. So here we're going to have x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals, here we're going to expand, you're going to say 25 times x, you get 25x. Then you say 25 times negative 1, you get negative 25. So the next thing that we need to do, we bring all the terms on one side so that we can have a quadratic equation, and then we can solve that quadratic equation. So in this case, this 25x and this negative 25, we're going to take them over the equal sign to the left-hand side. So you're going to have x squared minus 3x. So this 25x is positive. When it comes over the equal sign, it becomes negative. So say minus 25x. We have to group like terms together. You say plus 2. And then this negative 25, when it crosses over the equal sign, it becomes positive. So it's a plus 25. And you're going to say equal 0. Then we can simplify. So you say x squared. You say negative 3x minus 25x, you get negative 28x. 2 plus 25, you get 27. Equals 0. So now we have a quadratic equation, and we can solve this quadratic equation so that we can get our values of x. So with the quadratic equation, you're going to get two values of x. So when you're solving a quadratic equation, first you label your a, your b, and your c. A, let me just write the format of the quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c. So A represents the coefficient of x squared. In this case, the coefficient of x squared is 1. B represents the coefficient of x. So here in this case, B is negative 28. Then C represents the constant, the number without a letter. In this case, it is 27. So once you've listed your A, B, and C, the next thing you need to do, you need to multiply A times C. So I'm going to say 1 times 27. You're going to get 27. So once you've multiplied A by C, you need to find two factors of 27 that when you add them, they should give you negative 28. And when you multiply them, they should give you 27. All right, two factors of 27 that when you add them, they should give you negative 28. And when you multiply them, they should give you 27. So the factors are 1 and 27. And if we make them negative, negative 1 and negative 27, if you add negative 1 plus negative 27, positive and negative make negative. So negative 1 minus 27 will give you negative 28. If you multiply negative 1 by negative 27, you're supposed to get positive 27. So since we found the factors, so you're just going to write x minus 1, x minus 27 equals 0. And then we solve each of these individually. So you say x minus 1 equals 0, x minus 27 equals 0. So when we solve, if we take this negative 1 over the equal sign, it becomes positive. 0 plus 1, we have x equals 1. Or if we take this negative 27 over the equal sign, it becomes positive. So say, or x equals 27. So those are our values of x. So this is